The beginning of 21st century, one Japanese guy and the millions of dollars in profits. 153 millions of dollars to be exact. Even now, that's enough money to live for the rest of your life. And at that time, even in expensive Japan, you could have secured paradise on earth with this kind of money. But how did Takeshi Kotagawa achieve this? Luck or a special strategy? In fact, it was both, and today we will get into this in practice. So, I found another situation that is better for us and pretty interesting though. We can see that the chart right now is in the middle of the Donjin channel. So here I opened a trade for $5,000 down for 20 minutes. So here we can see it was a pretty long downward trend. And for all of the people that watching this video will say to me, what did you do? Because you were telling, right, that after a downward trend, you open a trade in a different direction as a reversal up. But here we can see that actually this trade will go even lower. And now I will explain to you why. First of all, the moving average line is still moving downwards. It hasn't crossed the chart, the candles, because if it will cross the candles, it could mean that it's going to be a reversal soon, but it hasn't crossed it yet. And so we can see that our chart, we're trying to fluctuate, and our chart we're trying to reverse up for a few green candles that was before, but it couldn't. It was just a price fluctuations, and so right now it's going in the downward direction again. And we still have the time to the support level, so that's why it should go lower. Also, we can see on the RSI line, before it was a pretty strong downward movement, and we can see that the line of the RSI was always on the level 30 or even lower. Then it went out of the level 30 of the oversold zone because of these green candles that were before we opened the trade, and right now it's moving downward again, like really slow. And you also need to understand that here we have a candles with a time frame of 4 hours, so that's why we still have this time for downward movement, so it's not going to reverse here, definitely. So as I told you, I adapted this strategy a little bit because you also need to look at the different situation. And here, for example, if you will open a trade up, you will not close the trade, definitely. And I'm really sure about this one. On the MACD indicator, we can see that the last pin bars is all red. They hasn't crossed the zero level, but they will do it soon. So yeah, and by the Deutsche channel, we can see the zones of the price where it could go higher or lower, and in this situation it will definitely go lower. So we will wait till this trade will close. We have a lot of the time. And friends, I have a great news for you, because you're probably watching a lot of the YouTube videos about trading, about strategies, and you have so much mess in your brain about like, oh my god, what kind of strategy I should use, what kind of strategy is better. And yeah, I have a great news and gift for you. I prepared a unique guide for you guys that will reveal all of the secrets of successful trading. And by the way, it will be with the help of my indicator. Yeah, you hear it right. You will find there a detailed step-by-step guide with the best methods and strategies. I've gathered all the most useful and important things, everything that will help you to learn effective trading strategies. So it should be noted that unlike modern traders like us, he started with a good amount of $13,000. Indeed, the larger the amount, the easier it is to start. But with a successful strategy, for example, as I have in my Telegram channel, you should pay attention to the percentages. Attention, the percentage of his profit amounted to 11,700 percentages. If you start with $50 to $100 with the same percentages, you will get the amount of $600,000 to $1.2 million. Not a bad result, right? But how did he do it? He used a pretty specific strategy, in my opinion. I've gone through a lot of the articles, interviews with him, and videos on his strategy, but in my opinion, they are either poorly adapted or don't fit the modern trading system. First of all, he was looking for markets that had been trending downward for a long time, a long time in particular. For a minute, he was not working on short-term trades like us. He was working on daily and weekly trades. And in this trend, he was looking for a support level from which further reversal would take a place. And on the reversal, he would open a trade. Sounds simple, doesn't it? But it really isn't. Finding the point from which the reversal will take place is very difficult, especially if we are talking about such powerful trends which last for a very long time. He worked mostly in bear markets when prices have been falling for at least 2 months and the drop in price is 20% or more. Yes, he traded in bull trends as well, but he specialized in bear trends. If we believe his interviews, he mostly opened trades from 2 days to a week, adapting the duration of the trade to the situation. And it was not uncommon for him to open a trade for two weeks, guys. But how did Takeshi manage to find a right entry point? As he said, he was looking for markets that were down at least 20%. 35% is a relatively safe zone in which to open a trade. And time after time, he would find the same pattern and then open a trade. Different markets react differently, so you should take that into account. Takeshi took this into account. For example, if we talk about the technical or scientific industry, the markets are very volatile there, which is not the case with other industries. But Takeshi did not explain exactly what strategy he uses. He always talked about the conditions for entering a deal. And by different pieces of information, the others copied his strategy. But nevertheless, it is not adapted at all to current trading. But after several days of attempts, I managed to adapt it to our conditions. And today, I will show you that. And guys, for all who's watching and thinking, oh my god, this is so difficult, maybe it's something easier how I can make money with trading. And I will tell you yes, because I have my own Telegram channel with absolutely free signals on pocket option. I don't take any money from my subscribers. I'm sending you signals there on a daily basis, and all you need is just to copy my signals. Is literally click on 2 buttons, buy and sell. Firstly, I send you all of the settings that you need to put into your account. Is a time frame of the candles, is the chart types, is time of the expiration. We choose together the currency pair that we're gonna trade on, and then I'm sending you a signals up or down, buy or sell, and you just open that. You have a profit, I have a profit. Everything is really simple. I also have an educational free channel for all of my VIP subscribers, so guys, welcome. The link will be in the description of this video for those who want to change their life and start making money from anywhere in the world. This is the best opportunity, and if you want it, you always can find the link in the description of this video. I already have all of the indicators, and now I will explain you all of the strategy. I adapted that. It's not like the original strategy of Takeshi, of course, because as I told you already, he never said about his strategy directly, only about the conditions for entering the trade. So here I have the moving average, and here we can see a pretty good downward movement. As I told you before, also also the time frames of the candles here is 4 hours, because we're gonna trade on the longer time frame and with longer time of the expiration, because usually we trade on 2, 3 minutes, 5 minutes in my VIP club, for example, and we're just gonna adapt this strategy as I told you before, because he was trading for hours, for days, for the weeks. So of course we're not gonna sit here for weeks, so that's why we're gonna use 20 minutes for a trade. So here, as you can see, I have moving average, Donjin channels, RSI, and MACD. For the moving average, a change period to 25, and the type of moving average is EMA. So the moving average is showing us the trend, and right now it's clearly showing us the downward trend here. And when the moving average touch the price, touch the candles, it could show us that really soon it's going to be a strong reversal down or up. So here we can see when the moving average crossed the candles, boom, our chart starts moving downwards, and really soon it will touch the candles again in some time. We have here a pretty long time frame for the candles, so it will not happen here soon. So So we're just gonna look at this trade as an example. Also, I'm using here Donjin channels. Also, I'm using here Donjin channels because they are showing us support and resistance levels, and like the distance that our chart could go up or down. So here we can see that our chart somewhere in the middle. So in this situation, after a long downward trend, as I also told you before, Takashi were using this kind of the, and it is pretty good situation for opening a trade up. But here we can see that it was some price change for 3 red candles after 3 green candles. So it's not really that good chart, but still we will just get it as an example, because here it could be just the price fluctuations and eventually it will go even lower. It could here, so Donjin channels is showing us the distance and the zones of how our price could go. So right now it's in the middle and it's pretty hectic, and it's not that predictable where our chart could go. And also we can draw, of course, the support and resistance levels, because that's why Takashi was using, definitely. But Donjin channels is also really good for that. So we don't need to draw support resistance levels every time because it's changing. RSI line also is helping us here to see the oversold and overbought zone. I was telling you about this as well. So when we see that the line of RSI, is on the level 30 on the yellow line, it means the oversold zone. So really soon it should be a reversal up. And when we see that the line of RSI is on the level 70, it could mean the overbought zone, and it means that really soon it could be a reversal in a downward direction. So I changed the time to 20 minutes, and the amount of money per trade is going to be $5,000 because we're going to open a really long trade, at least for me. And yeah, here we can see it's pretty good situation because, as I told you, Takashi were using this kind of the strategy. He was looking for the charts with a downward trend for a long time and then open a trade up, a buy trade, when he saw the reversal of the trend. But he was doing it for like days and weeks and everything. So it's kind of different. But as I told you, I adapted this strategy so everyone could use it as well and not open the trades for weeks or days. And also I'm going to use here a MACD indicator that also shows us the upward or downward trend. And RSI and MACD works really good together with moving average as well. So that's why we use it all together. So guys, as you can see, we closed this trade in a profit, and I can say that this strategy is pretty profitable and effective, and you can try it on your pocket option as well. The link will be in the description of this video. Now I have $30,114, and I think this is really good result. So guys, text me in the comments, what do you think about the Takashi and his result and his strategy? I think this is pretty smart and easy at the same time if you will go into that. So put the likes, text the comments, and see you on the next trading session. Bye bye.